Let's start our story. Mek is brutally wounded and running through the city, attempting to get away from the cops. Suddenly his blood starts levitating, and a strange man in a hoodie appears. He informs Mek he'll save him if he agrees to serve him. The man uses his power to lift Mek and make the deal. When the police get there, all they discovered is blood splattered on the wall. Just then, the city falls into chaos. Monsters are attacking people, and many are dying. The hooded man watches calmly while Jake screams in fear. As fire eats up the city, it's revealed this is just a vision seen by a monk named Chan. Somewhere, Jake and his family arrive in Bangkok for a vacation. Suddenly, they notice their daughter Lu is nowhere to be found. They run through the city looking everywhere, and finally see her talking to a man which happens to be Chan on a bridge, and thank Chan for helping her, only to be surprised when he already knows Jake's name and face. Chan says it's fate they met and tells Jake he was born during death under a blood moon. He calls Jake the keeper of the gates and warns that he'll face terrible danger and lose everything. But Jake, thinking Chan is just a crazy man, and walks away with his family. At that moment, Mek enters the mall and runs into a man, handing him his lollipop before pulling out a gun to kill him. People panic and try to run away while he continues shooting randomly, killing both shoppers and employees. Officer Arid arrives also and starts making his way through the mall. Jake carefully sneaks around, cautioning people to stay hidden. When Mek gets distracted by a blood-stained doll, Jake comes out with his gun and asks him to drop his weapon. Mek looks unbothered and uses his doll to talk to Jake in a childish voice, making fun of him. Jake threatens to kill Mek if he doesn't surrender, but Mek opens fire, forcing Jake to hide again. Just nearby, a crying girl tries to use her phone, but Mek shoots her down immediately. Outside, a team of cops and firemen surround the mall. Jake calls Mek insane to distract him. Jake comes out to shoot him. Mek falls to his knees while Arid appears behind him, but he's still not concerned. He thanks Jake for killing him, saying the ritual is complete now, and calling him the keeper. Suddenly, Mek's body starts burning and explodes, causing the whole building to shake in terror. Pring drags Lu out of the restroom, and they rush outside, only to find a bus crashing, and people attacking each other all over the place. As they carefully sneak around, they see a man continuously smashing a guy's head on a counter and a body at the front desk. A crazy dude appears around the corner and tries to attack them. At the same time, Jake and Irat wake up confused about how they survived, since they were so close to the blast, and Jake notices there are no bodies around. He sees a person standing nearby, but it disappears when in a blink. Irat finds some bloodstains and notices they're very old. When they hear noises, they search and find a woman with a knife in her hand. She turns around to reveal a monstrous face and jumps on Irat, stabbing him to death. Jake opens fire, but the bullets don't penetrate. The woman attacks him next, so a fight begins. After some struggle, Jake manages to knock her out by hitting her in the head. He hits her a few times to no avail, so he decides to leave her there. Meanwhile, Pring and Lu leave the store and get to the bus station, where people continue to attack each other. Moments later, they make it to their hotel and find bodies there too. When they go upstairs, they see a man fighting with a woman, and then he comes for them. Pring uses a baggage trolley as a shield and pushes the attacker's back, knocking him down. Another man appears at the end of the corridor, and Pring hits him with a bottle. When they look out the window, they see the whole city on fire. Pring tries the room's phone, but it doesn't work either. In the mall, Jake is walking around and notices all the screens failing. To his shock, he discovers that the woman has escaped the bindings and is still looking for him. She approaches a torrent of blood on the wall and crosses it, so Jake decides to follow her. This strange portal drops him right at the bus station, which seems to be empty. When he looks up, he's shocked to find a giant demon on top of the building. The creature is coming after him and destroys every bus it steps on his way. Jake runs as fast as he can through the city, and the demon starts destroying buildings to chase him. When Jake enters an alley, he gets stuck. Suddenly, a door opens, and Chan pulls Jake into his temple. Chan explains they're in an alternative reality called the Hindrance, a realm between heaven and hell. It's a place for souls that are lost, and Jake is there to be held accountable for his actions. By unknowingly helping Mek finish the ritual, Jake has opened the gates of hell and unleashed demons on Earth. The person who manipulated Mek was Chan's father Wishen, a powerful necromancer who is also seeking to return. Because Jake opened the gate, he also has the power to close it, and this makes him the keeper. It is his destiny because he was born under a blood moon, and his mother died in the process. Jake doesn't understand any of it, and he only cares about his family. So Chan points out that by closing the gate, he'll be saving his family and the rest of the world. They need to hurry because the demon grows stronger with every soul it takes. The first step is to find Mech. So while the duo begins their search, Chan shares more of the story. At that moment, the huge demon appears nearby and begins destroying the building. So Jake drags the girl with him as he runs, but unfortunately, the demon grabs her anyway and devours her. After the demon leaves, Jake reunites with Chan and points out that the girl didn't know she had died. He remembers the mall explosion was massive and concludes that he's dead as well, which Chan confirms. Jake breaks down as he thinks about his family, and Chan explains that Jake has become a lost soul because he chose his job over his loved ones. However, it's not over. Jake may return to Earth if he uses a vessel. While Jake and Chan continue through the city, they see a winged demon following them. They rush into a building and find more of these demons, with their pursuer landing behind them. When the demons attack, Chan fights them off using his staff and impressive martial arts skills, scaring them enough to stop following. Jake and Chan rush upstairs and enter a theater, which is also full of demons. They run as fast as they can to a specific spot in front of the screen, where Chan opens a portal. In just a second, the duo returns to the physical world, where the demons can't follow without a vessel. Jake looks in a mirror and discovers he's possessing Aerith's dead body. Chan gives him an ancient gun that summons special bullets and a sacred knife. These are the only weapons that can kill Mech. Meanwhile, Mech has possessed Jake's body and is using it to get into the hotel room with Pring. The family is worried about him, but Mech doesn't know how to act and keeps staring at his real form in the mirror. Lou keeps asking questions, so Mech brings out the burned doll from the mall. Suddenly, the room's phone rings, and Mech, excitedly, takes the call, jotting down notes. By the time Chan and Jake arrive, Mech and the family are gone. Only the doll is left. Chan finds Mech's note by the phone, while Jake hears Lou yelling for help. He looks out the window and sees her by the pool, so he immediately rushes out of the hotel. Pring and Lou are scared of him because he appears as Irat, and the distraction allows Mech to hit Jake from behind and pin him down. Mech informs Jake he'll steal his life and family, calling him a bad father and husband for prioritizing work over them. Jake insults Mech to provoke him, and as soon as Mech reacts, Jake rolls out of the way. A brutal fight begins, with both men trading punches and kicks. When Jake tries to use the special gun, Mech quickly disarms him, and they both fall into the pool. The fight continues underwater, and Jake takes out the sacred knife. But just as he's about to stab Mech, Pring points the magical gun at them, demanding they stop. Both men claim to be the real Jake, and Pring doesn't know what to do. Lou asks about the gesture she always shares with her dad to make promises. Jake makes it using Aerith's body, but Pring fires the gun and accidentally hits Jake, sending him back to the hindrance, where a demon gets to bite his soul. In the real world, Mech continues to use Jake's body and takes the gun from Pring, while Lou insists this isn't her real dad. Suddenly, a blood portal appears on the wall, and Mech tells them to follow him. In the hindrance, Jake is rescued by Chan, who still has the note Mech left behind. Mech has been in contact with Wishin, who gave him instructions on how to find the Gate of Hell. The two follow the instructions to an abandoned house in the forest, where a giant fire marks the gate. In the real world, Mech takes Pring and Lou to the same place, where a group of possessed followers and the masked man Wishin are waiting. The big demon is still nearby, so Jake and Chan quietly sneak around until they find a safe spot. Chan opens a new portal. Wishin makes Lou float above the gate and gets ready to kill her to finish the ritual that will make him a god. But Jake shows up and stops him. A fight breaks out. The cultists attack Jake, but he uses his fighting skills and the special knife to take them down, one by one. Mech joins the fight and tries to shoot Jake, but Jake fights back and takes the gun away. While they keep fighting, Pring breaks free, knocks out her guard, and grabs the gun. She shoots Wishin in the hand to stop him from stabbing Lou, but one of the cultists tackles her. She grabs a knife from the ground and takes him down. At the same time, Jake throws his blade at another attacker, coming after her. Mech keeps slashed Jake with a knife, but Pring throws the gun to Jake just in time. Jake uses it to shoot Mech. Mech's soul is sent back to the hindrance, where the big demon eats him. Then Chan distracts Wichan long enough for Jake to stab him from behind. Before he dies, Wichan says the only way to close the gate is for Jake to go through it. Chan admits he was hoping for another way, but there isn't one. Jake accepts his fate. He says goodbye to his family and apologizes for not being there for them. He hugs them one last time, then walks into the fiery gate, which sends him to hell. And the gate finally closes. The world now goes back to normal. Pring takes Lu to stay with her grandmother. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.